Welcome to Nostalgic Necro, and today in the arena we are playtesting Sonio's Ketramose deck. He posted a video about 2 weeks ago showcasing it, and as soon as I saw it, I was very excited to try it out for myself because Ketramose is a card that I've genuinely struggled to get right and build with any success, but Sonio seems to be having good success with it, and also Sonio's profile is on Untapped as public, so you can actually go and see what's going on there. And essentially he's got a very reasonable win rate with this deck, 61% based on 23 games. So when I saw that, I thought, okay, this looks competitive, I want to try it out for myself, and so that's what we're doing today. Now the way that this series works, if you haven't seen one before, essentially I take a content creator's deck that I think is interesting or makes me curious in some way, and then I play a bunch of games with it, get a feel for it, and then I do sort of a halftime break where I tweak the deck a little bit and make some adjustments on what I think will make the deck better based on my understanding of the meta, and then I jump back into the arena and I play a couple more games, and then at the end we have an outro where I sort of have a discussion and talk about the strengths and weaknesses of the deck and the changes that I made and stuff like that. So I hope that sounds good to you. But let's now jump into the deck itself. How does it work? It's all built around Ketramose. Very powerful card, 3 mana, 4/4, menace, lifelink, indestructible, which is an insane stat line. However, Ketramose can't attack or block unless there are 7 or more cards in exile, and whenever 1 or more cards is put into exile from graveyard and or battlefield during your turn, you draw a card and lose 1 life. So the whole idea is that in the early game, Ketramose is your value engine, drawing you cards, and then later in the game, once you've got those cards in exile, it becomes your win con because it's a 4/4 life linker that's very, very tough for opponents to deal with. And so the way that this deck has to evolve is it sort of has to have a lot of ways to do exile-y things, and it does that in many ways. It's got the Seam Rip for early removal, it's got the Rest in Peace, can exile the entire graveyard, Strategic Betrayal, sacrifice a creature and exile the graveyard, Soul Search exiles a card from hand. We also have Ride's End to exile. Deadly Cover-Up is a sweeper that exile with the evidence effect. We have the End, also exiles and can potentially take 4 cards out of the opponent's library. We have the Perilous Snare, exile, Pinnacle Starcage exiles, Arch Enemy's Charm, exile. So lots and lots of things to do exile. And then not everything does exile. There's also just a bunch of other things in the deck. Duress, very good early discard. We have Mazemind Tome to get value, because sometimes until you find Ketramose, the deck can struggle to get going. So this is kind of like your other way of getting value. With Mazemind Tome, just scry, draw cards, stuff like that. And then Get Lost, very good card, very flexible, can deal with Planeswalkers. We also have Rush of Dread. Not really sure what this is doing in the deck, but he put it in there. We're going to try it out and see how it does. We have Beza, very good stabilizer. Day of Judgment, very good sweeper. And then this card, Ancient Vendetta. I've never seen this before. Choose a card name, search target opponent's graveyard, hand, and library for up to 4 cards with that name and exile them. Very interesting card, can really go to town on combo decks, and of course does exile things. And then the other interesting card here is Beseech the Mirror. I think that this card is very important for this deck. You'll notice that Sonio puts a lot of 1-ofs in this deck, and I think the reason he does that is because he wants to find the piece he needs with Beseech the Mirror. So let's say, for example, he's in a spot where he needs the Pinnacle Starcage, he'll find that. Let's say he needs Day of Judgment, he'll find that. Whatever he needs, this is the flexible card to find the piece that he needs to sort of get forward with his game plan. So that is the reason that this is so important. And then for the mana base, you know, look, Orzhov is very, very strong in terms of mana base. It's got the Godless Shrine, Concealed Courtyard, and the Verge. Lots and lots of very good mana for Orzhov, probably one of the best currently in Standard. But yeah, that's what we are doing today, and I hope you enjoy it. And as always, I may be the Nostalgic Necro, but I'm putting my nostalgia aside because I want to find out how good Sonio's Ketramose deck is in the arena today. Okay, Sonio's Ketramose. Let's see how well we can do with it. Opponent goes first. This is a pretty good hand. Let's see what we're up against here. Opponent Master 5. Well, if I lose now, I'm going to be very embarrassed. Don't exactly know what opponent's up to here, but we will... Okay. Well, man, Sonio's Ketramose. It's got something to it. All you have to do is play, get your opponent to multi 5, and you will win. So long as you got a Seam Rip on turn 1 just to irritate them just a little bit more. Okay, does that last game count? I don't know. I guess it counts. We got the win. We go first. I also like this hand. Lots of land. We've got the Mazemind Tome to dig for whatever we might need. Let's try it out. Okay, what are we up against here? I think this game will probably be a lot more tough than the last one. Starting town. What does starting town mean? Does it mean creature deck? I feel like we have a more favorable matchup against creature decks. We do have a lot of removal. Opponent is thinking here. Forsaken Miner. Let's get one of these Mazemind Tomes going. Mazemind Tomes. This is probably the Orzhov. Voice of Victory. Problematic card. I think we're going to try and kill this thing. We do need to shut down the graveyard though, because they have raised the past. We really need to find a way of doing that. Start with a scry here. Do we go for another land? I don't think so. I think we need to find something a bit better right now. Get another land anyways. We just take this out now while we can. Let's see what this turn brings. We really need to... Vengeful Blood Witch. Problematic. Tell you what, if we can find the Starcage, I think that's also a very good card against them. Rip Seam. We take Rip Seam for sure, right? So let's start with Rip Seam. Take out this Blood Witch. Get this down tapped. So let's think. Do we... I think we just have a look at their hand here. Try to get the most impactful thing out their hand. Raise the past, raise the past, raise the past. Well, we don't have many options there, but we have to think about how we deal with that. I guess we have to find the... What's the card called that shuts down the graveyard? Another Vengeful Blood Witch. Oh, we'll let them attack first. Don't need land. Don't need land. At least we can find a lot of stuff now. Lots of digs here, although we are going to lose one of these Mazemind Tomes. Okay, opponent. Oof, okay, they're actually putting us under pressure with this, and didn't realize that. That's a problematic card. Okay, that's actually not good. Whenever you attack this turn, so if we can just kill their board. I think we really need to try and find the Starcage. Let's start with a draw here. That's good. Take this Blood Witch. Okay, so we could hold up this Restless Fortress to block something, but I don't think it's a great move, is it? I think we need to find an answer. Go for a draw here. Okay, that's sort of good. It deals with the graveyard problem for the whole game. Even though they don't currently have anything in the graveyard. I guess we just get this down, but our life total is whittling down. So Raise the Past is now useless, right? So I think now it all comes down to, can we find the sweeper to kill them before they beat us here? We can't fight back with this. So let's just think here. We need 4 mana. So we can draw. Also, if we get this thing, we can gain 4 life. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then we also have 2. Start with this. Guess we just do this to preserve our life total. I don't think we need to use this duress, right? We have the answer in the deck. We just have to find it. We need to find Ketramose, something that holds them back. Okay. We're taking 4, we're gaining 2. We can survive a little bit here. Strategic Betrayal is good. I think we keep that. Let's just have a quick look at this hand. What do they have there? We've got lots of creatures. They're just trying to whittle us down. So let's force them to play one of their creatures, because now they can't keep attacking us. Really need to just find something good with the Mazemind Tome here. We just need to hold them back. Okay, Sir Vondam. So we have slowed them down. Okay, they go for the big play here. Come on, give me something good here. Sweeper. I don't need you. I don't need you. Oh, come on. That's so rough. Okay, let's start with a Surveil. Seam Rip can take the Sir Vondam. But then we're just dead because they can use this encampment. Do we have enough mana to survive a turn? So we draw and then we can... Okay, I think we keep this. Draw. We gain 4 life here. Man, we just can't find Ketramose. I think that's so sad. Okay. Man, I feel like we've been very unlucky with our draws here. Sephiroth is very problematic now. It's very sad because we got the perfect sort of card against them. We just couldn't do more. Umbral Zealot. I think we only have 1 draw to find the sweeper here, otherwise we're just dead. In fact, might be able to just kill us this turn with the... Oh, why does opponent do that? They should have... Maybe they should have attacked first. Max damage? I'm not sure. Okay, down to 4. This is our last shot at this. I think it's our last shot. We can block with the fortress. Land? Oh, come on. So we can block Sephiroth. So we either attack, gain 2 life. Then we go up to 7. Or we block Sephiroth. And then we just take 2. Ugh. Oh man, I just feel like, where was our impactful cards this whole game? Just waiting for that Ketramose to just come. We had everything set up. We had 2 Mazemind Tomes to look for it. That's really sad. So then we're just dead, because next turn they do this, 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 and we just toast. Yeah, okay, good game. Because we just toast, right? Next turn they just attack with this stuff, and we're just finished. Man, that's so sad. I feel like we had a really good chance there, and I think we have a very favorable matchup against the Orzhov Sac, but we just couldn't find anything impactful. Okay, in the last game, we just couldn't really find anything. It was a really sad situation. Opponent goes first. Like, I would have really loved this or this in the last game. Let's hope that they're actually good in this matchup. Gracchus the Virtuous. Let's see what you got. Fabled Passage. What does that mean? blue. Get this down tapped. Hope that this is not control. I don't think we have a particularly favorable matchup against control. Looks like it might be. Guess we just go for this and find out. We'll see if they've got a counter. That'll also give us the answer. We'll get the answer one way or the other here. If they counter it, it's control. And if they don't counter it, oh, okay, great. Great, 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 great. Don't know how we beat this deck. I think we don't really have a good matchup here, to be absolutely honest. Hello, opponent. See if opponent just counters it. Take the 3 steps ahead here. For what it's worth, we get our 1/1. That's so nice. We do have the get lost for the Elspeth Stormslayer. Opponent stocks up. They have no fear. Clearly, when opponent stocks up like that, they're basically saying, I have no fear of what your deck is doing to me right now. Don't mind tapping out, it's all good. And we really don't have a favorable matchup here, to be honest, unfortunately. And get this Ketramose down at least. I think Ketramose is better than anything else. And next turn, oh, they got the answer for Ketramose also. That's insane. That's ridiculous. Oh boy, I feel like that's really bad luck though, to be honest. To have the exact answer for Ketramose, that's the one card that I'm hoping that they'll struggle with. Ah, well. Play this Baser. Rest in peace. I guess that's good. Stops them from using the monument on us because it does shut down the graveyard. See if opponent goes for the Baser here. Get lost. I think let's go for this rest in peace. The monument thrives off the ability to have us having cards in the graveyard. So now also if we draw another Ketramose, it will come online. I think that's okay. Let's see what we can find here. Land. Another land. Man, this deck loves drawing lands. Oh, we do have the answer for the Stormslayer if it comes down and they don't have a counter to protect it. That is something. I think opponent will be very, very comfortable though. Land. Opponent doesn't even bother using the Concealer of the Stars. Let's see if opponent just slams down this Elspeth. Okay, well I think we can thin the deck here maybe a little bit. I mean, maybe they have something later that we want to take out, but I'd rather try find something useful. Like if we don't draw Ketramose or something, we are pretty cooked, so... sort of maximize our chance of finding something. I still can't believe they had the answer for the Ketramose. That's so sad. And That was my one hope, that they would struggle with that. Do we go for it? They got 4 cards in hand. I think we might as well go for it, right? I think it's a bit of a risky play, but we sack this token and try to hunt this Ketramose down. Hopefully that they can't kill the next one and don't have a counter for it. Or they just have a counter for this. They'll be really bad. They do just have the counter for this, damn. Okay, and they draw discard. Oof. Man, this deck, I just feel like with this deck, all you do is draw land every turn. It's really, really rough. I mean, it's got 25 lands, but it just feels like it's just land. It's a real problem. And it finds 2. Pretty close to scooping here, by the way. I think that there's not much hope. I think if we lose this, we don't really have much going on. This is kind of the last thing I feel like can get us out of the situation. Sort of also hoping that the opponent plays a bit recklessly and just slams down this Elspeth. Maybe we can sneak something with that. But I think they seem like a very skilled player. I don't think they're gonna be reckless here. They've been very patient this whole game. Beza's fine. We can use the Strategic Betrayal on it. Hope that they don't have a counter. Another Rest in Peace. Well, I think we'll just get this untapped. I don't think that's going to be the difference here. Strategic Betrayal. Does it get countered? Probably. And it lets it go. Yeah, I think this deck just doesn't have the ability to apply enough pressure on control, because we're more of a passive deck. We are kind of like controlling in a way. So I think we just at a huge disadvantage here. And stocks up. Okay, they do go for this. So this is kind of our last roll of the dice here, I feel. We have to get lost this Elspeth. We have to hope to draw something insane here that they can't deal with. We draw Ketramose. That's actually maybe the best case scenario. I feel like this is the only thing that gives us some chance here. So it's Ketramose. Then Starcage. Kill all this stuff. Oh. Yes. Oh, whoops. Ah, we don't have the land. Oh, okay. Okay, that kind of gave us a chance. I still can't believe the opponent had this double nowhere to run to take out the Ketramose. That was really ridiculous. Let's see if opponent has a way of dealing with it. If they have a way of dealing with this one, we're pretty much just toast here. The Charm. The Charm is useless at getting anything from the graveyard. Can kill their anchorage though, it's pretty good. Into the Floodmaw. That is okay. So, I have to assume that the opponent has the counter, but what else do we do? Just do nothing? I mean, we play it back and they counter it, but I don't think we can afford to not do anything. Otherwise, what do we do the whole game? Just sit with this Ketramose in our hand? We have to apply the pressure on them, I feel. 3 steps ahead. That is sad. They've found answers to both our Ketramoses, and that is the one way I felt we could actually maybe get back into this game. Will opponent play another Elspeth? Opponent stocks up. So right now this is our only pressure point. Once this dies, and if we have only this stuff in hand, I think we're pretty toast. Opponent might have another Elspeth here. Okay, we draw another Restless Fortress. We will try this play. And it lets us get in for the attack. Interesting. Down to 5. Play another one. I'm surprised that opponent let us hit them there. Okay. They are down to 5. I mean, next turn we are presenting lethal. Obviously, I assume that they're going to have all the answers here. But, you know. They got 7 cards in hand. That's just ridiculous. Looks like opponent's gonna stock up again. Or maybe play the... Okay, they play Beza. Gaining life. Authority of Consoles, that's fine. So we could try kill Beza now, but then if they have the... What's that counter called? The No More Lies, they can counter it. So I think we'd rather just wait. Because always we draw land, right? That's all we draw with this deck, I swear. That's what it feels like. Let's try kill this thing. Hope that the opponent doesn't have a counter. If they do, we're probably just toast here. They have the counter, damn. So now we can't really attack into the Beza. Okay, I think I'm gonna give it one more draw on my side and then I'm gonna scoop out of here. I'm sure I'll draw land. That is what happens. Okay, they got this monument. We do, that is one good thing with this deck. We do kind of shut down this monument because they can't get anything into the graveyard. That is one good thing. But, oh, there's Get Lost. There's Ketramose. I wanted both of those. Okay, I'm happy to see one more draw here, and then I think we will, of course we draw land. We will good game the opponent, and we will get the hell out of here. Who the hell wants to play control anyway? I hate playing against control. Okay, well, I'm not doing so well. Right now, my only win is against an opponent who mulled to 5 and scooped. That is not good, but it is what it is. And we will keep trying with this deck. Spyglass Siren. Scary, scary start here because that ninjutsu is very, very scary. They play Cecil. Okay, we're gonna have to find a sweeper soon. But I think our immediate need is to kill... Sorry, to find the... What's it called? And take it out their hand. Kaito? They don't have Kaito. They have Phantom Interference and they have Bat. Oh boy. We have to take the Phantom Interference because the Bat can come down. We have to take this. We're going to have to hit a sweeper here and we just have to counter the sweeper. That is the only way things are going to succeed for us here. But it will definitely bat up here. I wonder what they'll take. Probably the Charm. Guess we'll just take this. Probably can block next turn for more. See what opponent goes for here. Go for Preacher. So let's think. We can kill the bat. Oh, we can sack the token for Beseech. Okay, that's really good. So I think we hold this turn and just kill the bat. Next turn, sack the token Beseech and Day of Judgment. That seems pretty good to me. I wonder if we can actually win this game just from that play. I think it's lots of good things here. I have to hope that they don't find a counter, otherwise we are toast. Down to 9, and really hoping that the opponent plays this bat down. They do play the bat. Kill the bat. Oh boy, I tell you what, this will be really, really nice to pull off if we can actually pull it off. I don't think opponents are going to see this coming. They probably think that they are pretty comfortable here. And then draws a land. Okay, so we do this. Bargain. Is there any point getting anything other than Day of Judgment? You can go for the Starcage, but then the... what's this thing called again? The Preacher doesn't die, so I think it has to be the... Where is that Day of Judgment? Yes. Okay. Oof. That gives us a chance here, right? Now we need to get these Mazemind Tomes down. Do we just take Kaito out their hand, deck? Let's just take Kaito out their deck. Kaito? Bane of Nightmares? Goodbye. Maybe I should have gone for the Enduring Innocence though. I'm just so scared of Kaito. And this Ketramose is almost online. They do have a way of potentially killing Ketramose with a -10/-10 though. We'll just pay 2 life here so we can draw. I don't think we're out the woods just yet, but we probably are okay. The end is also really good. I should have actually done it on this one. I mean, if they're going to kill it, they're going to kill it. It's fine. We'll find another one, I think. Man, opponents always have like double something to kill my Ketramose, huh? Double nowhere to run, double tragic trajectory. Don't like it. Yeah, we'll just keep drawing here though. Should be okay. Would need to not hit land though. I want to find that other Ketramose. Don't find it. Oh boy. Well, we got lots of cards, but we need that Ketramose. And it also doesn't find it. They get a Restless Reef that doesn't scare me too much. Play this Beza. They can shoot the Sheriff, that's okay. Gain some life here, which is kind of nice. We can just ride in the reef. Sure. I just have to get this Ketramose. Come on, Ketramose. I think we'll hold this the end, ideally, for the Enduring Curiosity. We do want to exile that card if we can. Situation is very comfortable because we managed to pull off the Day of Judgment play. See if opponent... No, I thought maybe they'd burn the map token. Opponent doesn't have a counter here. They could have the counter. They'll kind of be sad. They don't have it. They play Cecil. Cecil's okay. They map Cecil. I feel like this game is like, you know, in the last game, it's kind of that in reverse. Opponent's probably thinking, oh man, like every time I'm just top decking land or something like that. So, you know, it comes and goes, especially when you're playing against a more control-y deck. I think it can be very frustrating when you sort of are whittled down to top deck mode. Opponent is thinking here. I really need to find this Ketramose. Seems so hard to find it sometimes. I don't know. Okay, for some reason, opponent is stalling. Hopefully it's not a rope. No, it's not a rope. Okay. Start with a draw here. Also gain life. Land. Draw. More land. Tell you what, I am going to be pretty sad if we lose this game from this position. I think we'll hold on to this duress to try and take a counter out their hand. Come on, man, give me my Ketramose here. Creature. Okay, it's not ideal. Okay, there's Ketramose. That's pretty good. Let's just think here. They can't really attack into the Ketramose, so I don't think we even use our the end on this Preacher. We just do this. Okay, opponent scoops. I think they saw the writing on the wall there. I was a little bit tense because I was like, where's my Ketramose? Where's my Ketramose? Where's my Ketramose? Eventually we found it. Nice to get the win there. Okay, so these are the changes that I would make. They're based on the gameplay that I showed you now, but I also played a bunch of games with this deck before in unranked just to get a feel for it. So the first thing is I don't really like the Rush of Dread in this deck. It doesn't really do enough for me. It kind of does a little bit of everything. I would just rather have another Day of Judgment. That's how I feel. and I can get this also with the Beseech, so it's kind of nice to be able to do that. I like this idea. I also feel like Rest in Peace, while it's really good in certain matchups, I would just feel like the Flanker is a more flexible card. So I would rather put in 2 Flankers. And I think I would also want to add... So currently this deck has 25 lands, and I do find that I get a little bit flooded at times. So I would probably want to cut out 1 land and just see how that goes. So let's just think. With this we have... So we have a lot of black mana sources. So I'd probably just cut a swamp. So this way we have slightly less black sources, but we also have the Verge, and then we have the 2 plains. So I don't think I've changed the distribution too much. So yeah, this is what I would do. And then, oh right, what I would do is I'd probably just add another Seam Rip. I do like having this as sort of early removal, and it also really fuels the whole Ketramose exile thing. So let's try this out, see how it goes. Okay, let's see how my updated version goes. Is it any better? Is it any worse? We'll find out very soon. I kind of like this card. One of is pretty nice, and you can also get it with the Beseech, I guess, as well, because it's 4 mana. I think that's why it's in there. Oh, it's us to make the decision. Yeah, I mean, again, this is a kind of card that in certain matchups is just so good against like a combo deck or something like that. Okay. Let's get the Mazemind Tome here going. Is this a creature deck? Barely legal. Okay. Hello, barely legal. Okay, I don't know how I'm going to fit so many games in this video. These Ketramose games are very, very long. They don't seem to finish very quickly. Opponent goes first here. We have the Day of Judgment. That's going to be important, I think. Right off the bat, no pun intended. Run like a bat. Okay, let's see if we can get something done this game. Yeah, they haven't found the Essence Channeler, so they're a little bit slow. I think that's pretty good. They will draw cards. Yeah, this comes down. So we have all the land. Do we just do this to slow them down? I think that's better, right? Let's do this to slow them down. Take this Giada. I feel like that's better right now. See if they play out this guy, this girl, whatever it is. Okay, so they are going to draw cards. I would like to kill this if I can. I think we are going to go for this because the opponent has no fear. See if they play out their last creature as well. They do. So I think we want to prevent them from drawing cards. So I'm happy to burn the Get Lost here. It's not over. Opponent will get a Scry. Double Scry, in fact. Oof. Bottom. Bottom. Okay. Well, let's see if this saves us. We need opponent to just be a little bit slow here. They do have the ability to get fish. Fish are bad. Opponent will map token up. We can get down this Ketramose. So let's just think here. Flanker exiles the graveyard. We have to exile the graveyard anyways, I guess. Otherwise Ketramose is kind of useless, right? So we Strategic Betrayal? I guess opponent can actually create a fish in response. Whoops. Didn't realize that. Oh, they don't do that actually. So at least now next turn Ketramose comes online. That's pretty good. So we go for this Mazemind Tome. Well, we did the thing. We got the Day of Judgment play. And now it's all about whether Ketramose can actually stabilize us. Let's see if it can. All their stuff has +3/+3, so it's not easy. Okay, we're lucky opponent got a land there. We're lucky that they got a land there as well. It hasn't outpaced... Well, I guess Ketramose is indestructible, so it's fine. Okay, big fish. Oh, they've sheltered by ghosts now. Damn. That is a huge problem. I think we just toast, yeah. They just went too fast, and I don't think this is going to be enough. Get lost is good. Get lost is very, very good. Ketramose, try to bait the... Sheltered by ghosts. See if opponent just goes for it, swings all in. Yes, they do. Kill it. Man, these fish are a problem though, I'll tell you that much. I wish Ketramose had Vigilance as well, that way you could attack with it without... having to worry about defense. We need to find good things here. Gotta get the opponent's life total low. Soul Search. I don't think we need that. Opponent's gonna play whatever they draw. Don't need that as well. I think we have to be aggressive here with Ketramose, right? Okay, opponent will create another fish. Very scary fish here. So we're definitely going to use the flanker. Case. Okay. See if opponent... Oh, they can crack it, but it only gets creatures from the graveyard, so that's okay. See if opponent whiffs. They get the Vanguard. Gotta get their life total low here. They've been the Vanguard, okay. I think we will exile the graveyard. Get the draw with Ketramose. Oh, we don't get the draw? Oh, it's only during our turn. Whoops. Okay, well that's actually... That's a mistake. I thought that it was... I didn't realize it was only on our turn. Whoops, that's bad. That could cost me. I could have had a scry. Okay. I guess it does stop them from cracking the case. Trying to console myself for that misplay. This is very good. Oh wow, okay, that's actually really good. Gotta just get them below that 27 life. I guess we could also do it with this, but then we're fully tapped out. I think we're going to have to be patient and try to do it one more turn. Okay, do we just do this now? I think we have to, right? We could also use this to get rid of the case. This case is currently not the most useful thing in the world. Otherwise, we're taking a lot of damage. We have to play this. We'll just take a fish. Better make these fish 1/1s. Tell you what, this Ketramose thing leads to some very interesting games. We're lucky that the opponent... Do we just take 7? Because next time we can get them down. Let's see what we draw here first. Hold on. We actually gain life. Oof, that's so good. That means we can get rid of the case. I mean, these are about to become 1/1 fish. So are we scared of them anymore? Because next time we attack, but I guess they can they can block the Ketramose as well. We have to get them down to... We have to get them low. I think we just take this. We've got to get in with this Ketramose. We can't afford for them to create a fish and block with it. Can they create 2 fish? Maybe they can. Maybe I'll regret that. Ooh, I think I might have misplayed that. They did actually take it all. Oh man, I actually think I misplayed that. I should have attacked with the Restless Fortress there. Okay. During Innocence, very problematic. Man, these fountain ports have created a huge problem this whole game. Maybe I should have gone after this case. And decides not to attack. Interesting. Just take this out. Draw a land. Oh boy, opponent can now create lots of fish. Oh my word. Should have taken this Case of the Uneaten Feast out. I didn't realize that long term it was going to create a problem where the opponent could continuously just create fish. Okay, that was definitely a mistake. Yeah, I don't know if it would have made a difference, but I should have taken out this Case, because the problem is it's allowed the opponent to just keep gaining life the whole game, and so I've not been able just to whittle them down to below 27. And this goes for the draw strategy. Interesting. Essence Chandler. Well, we need to find a sweeper, and quick. That won't be good enough. Opponent can also ping themselves with the Fountain Port. I think we're just dead here. That is so rough. I think next turn, if we don't hit the sweeper, we're just dead. I think we probably just did this turn anyways. So if I could go back in time, I think I would have definitely taken this case out. I'm not sure if it would have made the difference. It might have. It might have. Another Essence Channeler, wow. So are we just dead here? I mean, our opponent can just give this thing flying, right? By just losing life and... then just attack with everything. So I think we're just dead here. I tell you what, these Fountain Ports really killed us. If it wasn't for that, we were pretty good here. Okay, well, it doesn't attack with everyone. Okay, Sweeper, Day of Judgment. Okay, this game goes on, believe it or not. I wish I could power this up. But again, it's like they just create this infinite army of fish, and because of the initial boost that they got, so here's another reason, right? Because now they can actually just get all their stuff back from the Fountain Port, from the Case of the Uneaten. So I think that was a huge mistake. I should have just prioritized getting rid of this thing earlier. Oh, they actually have to gain, they haven't actually gained 5 life in a turn. Okay, actually not activated, but nevertheless, I still think getting rid of this earlier in hindsight would have made a lot of sense. It just kept their life total ticking up. Opponent attacks us, and we have one more very lucky draw to try and win. Opponent also now gets a draw engine. They got this case up as well. Oh boy. And we draw land. Okay, that kind of sucks in the end. Okay, well, last game was pretty rough. We're going to try again here. It would be nice to get one win with this deck. My version, at least. And it goes first. Looks like we're against the Vivi deck again. I thought we had a good matchup against them, but I'm not so sure anymore. Let's see, maybe we can learn some lessons here. So do we go, I think we go for this and try and disrupt their turn 2 play. Take the fear of missing out here. Means they don't really have anything to do. That's pretty good. Bring down this. Let's try to get down Ketramose and start drawing. I mean, that's kind of the plan for this deck, and we actually have it in hand. Let's try this. I haven't actually tried this. Just get Ketramose down early, and then let's see what we can do from there, because this is sort of the engine of the deck. Okay, that's bad. That is very bad. We need to get rid of this Vivi pronto. Okay. Okay, that's very lucky. Very lucky indeed. Goodbye, Vivi. Ketramose is almost online now. And we get the value. Okay, this is what I want to see. I want to see Ketramose doing Ketramose things. I feel like this is almost the first game where I've just gotten it down really early. Let's see what it can do for us here. Marauding Mako. Damn, come on, dude. Can you just not draw a creature to kick my ass with every turn? Really, really bad. Okay, they draw discard. So we can get Ketramose online. They have a 6/3. They have another Marauding Mako. They make it a huge Marauding Mako. Man, this deck is really struggling, I feel. Okay. So, the only way we can get Ketramose online... Oh, we can actually get Ketramose online if we just do this. We can also just do this and take anything out of their library and graveyard. We can take the wild rides out. And then they have nothing to do next turn, hopefully. Let's try this. Okay. Okay. Oh boy, we just dead next turn though because of the... I mean, they got so much power. They got the Tiersa, they got the Marauding Mako. I think we're just dead. Yeah, we just toast here. Oh boy, it's tough, man. It's a tough deck to play with. Oh wait, we got a 1? Mazemind Tome. Yeah, no good, no good. Draw a card. Nothing saves us here though. Soul Search. Game. Goodbye. Welcome back. I put my nostalgia aside because I wanted to test out Sonio's Ketramose build, and whilst he's having very good success with this deck, I am not. I ended up going 2 and 3 with his version, and with my version I lost all 3 games. Ouch. Now, I will tell you that the reason I didn't showcase all those games, by the way, is that during editing I realized that some of these Ketramose games are very, very long, and I wanted to keep the video lengths to be like a reasonable size, so I cut out some games and I kept the ones that I thought were the most interesting. So I'm really struggling, and if you guys can help me out, and if you guys know how to pilot this deck better than me, or you're picking up some mistakes that I'm clearly making, please let me know. I'd love to get closer to Sonio's win rate and less towards my current win rate with this deck. I am aware that I'm making some mistakes, for example, against the Lifegain deck. I'm pretty sure I should have taken out the case. It was still a tough situation though, I think, because they were creating these massive fish, but clearly taking out the case was the best move there. I think I was a bit short-sighted. My current feeling with this deck though, just overall, is that it just struggles a bit to get the thing going. You get Ketramose down and you can just be a little bit slow. It can kind of be very lonely, and you're oftentimes going 1-for-1 with your removal, things like the Get Lost, the Seam Rip, and the Strategic Betrayal, and then you kind of get to the mid game and you're sort of in top deck mode and your opponent has so much value. So one idea I had was maybe you try find a way to draw more cards in the early game just that you can keep getting value. I know we've got the Mazemind Tome, but for some reason it just doesn't feel like it's enough. And then the other idea I had is maybe you put in more sweepers like the Deadly Cover-Up, Day of Judgment, Pinnacle Starcage, so that at least if you're playing aggro decks, you can keep sweeping the board and sort of stabilizing until you get your Ketramose online. But that is a deck building issue. even with just this current version that Sonio is playing, I guess it should be doing better because he's able to do it, but I'm not. So it's also clearly a piloting issue. I don't really know how to make it better. If you guys can let me know, please let me know. I'm very open to any sort of constructive feedback, but that will be the gameplay for today, and I do hope you enjoyed it. And if you did, stay tuned and hit the subscribe button because there's going to be more nostalgic necro coming soon.